Good morning, nerds. It's your boy, the OG GM, coming to you live on It's Frickin' Raining Tuesday here where I live. It is May the 16th, 2023. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's raining. It started raining last night around 9 because spring. D&D announced they're making another cookbook. So I thought I'd start your morning by making your mouth water talking about food. You know, a little appetizer before we get to the main course of what's going on in the world of gaming today. Let's take a look at the D&D cookbook number 2. There was a D&D cookbook number 1 about 2 years ago, and it actually got semi-decent reviews. Of course, you know what they do with these things is they find recipes, and then they try and attach them to something that connects to the whatever you're talking about. There's Middle-earth, cookbooks, Hobbit cookbooks, Game of Thrones cookbooks, you name it. There's probably a cookbook for it. The recipes are usually very hearty. Obviously, the elf section was a little more vegan friendly. But, it's usually stuff like this. The last one, I had it. I gave it away to somebody as a present. I don't know if they ever actually made any of the recipes. But we have some information on the new one that's coming out. This one apparently is going to have more of a multiversal flavor. So I guess they'll have stuff that are sort of vaguely themed to other settings besides just D&D. There are 76 recipes in total, developed by various personal chefs. And then, of course, trying to connect them to themes of D&D adjacent. Now, are any of these recipes medievally accurate? Probably not. I seriously doubt we're going to see a recipe on here for like venison, but you never know. Some of the ones they have suggested are golden stars. Don't know what that is. Steak of the deep, which apparently everybody's guessing is fish. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, and ice creams. And here's some of the things people found about it. It's a lot like the first book. People are saying the recipes were good. The rest, there was all pretty much just making good dishes and then thinking up D&D rationale after the fact. Nothing amazing on here. Just, D&D cookbook. So expect, sections divided either by universes, so maybe they'll have one for, like, Ornithopter cookies from Magic the Gathering, and Ravenloft Bloodbeat stew for Ravenloft, and, something themed to Ravenica, something themed to, Dark Sun? Doubtful. Can't really say anything amazing about it or anything awful about it. It's going to be out there, and it'll probably be around in time for Christmas. So if you've got a hankering to make some D&D inspired food, this will be out. It'll probably be a good gift for the cook/geek in your family. Now, there's a lot of these out there, so if they're not a D&D fan, don't worry. Like I said, there's Witcher cookbooks, Hobbit cookbooks, Lord of the Rings cookbooks, Game of Thrones cookbooks. There's even a Cthulhu cookbook. And these are always usually generally palatable, relatively simple recipes that can appeal to a very large audience. And then they add the theming afterwards. So, bread becomes take the harvest loaf from the lowlands of Frogdale. And peanut butter, becomes the churn butter of the, and then it's just, they flavor it up to sound themed to the setting. But basically it's just, go to the market, get some sausage, get some eggs, get some potatoes, that kind of stuff. And apparently the last one was pretty good. So, I don't know. It's just, I thought it'd be nice to start the morning by getting your mouth watering, talking about like eggs and bacon and coffee and toast and the smell of pancakes and fresh butter dripping off the knife and a big hearty piece of meat before we get into the rest of the day. So you hungry yet? Anyways, that's what little news we have about it. So far, I'm sure as we get closer to the release date, we'll get some more idea what kind of recipes are in it and whether they actually sound any good or not. Like I said, I had the last one. I even tried making one of the recipes. It's not bad. They're relatively easy. I gave it as a gift to someone who, because at the time, at Site A, there was no way for me to do any cooking. So, oops, Steve's bringing me a toy. I hear ringing the bell. I'll talk to y'all later. See ya. Stay hungry.